And I present to you Henry G. My name is Staticus. We're going to get things rolling again here on the B stream, and we get into best of threes.
Yes.
In a Swiss system.
Not in a good way, though. We're going to be sending someone home. So it's a little bit of a sad affair on the day of love.
It is the day of love.
And potentially...
The day of loneliness.
We could say goodbye to either Fnatic or Grayhound here. And obviously all signs point to Grayhound, but... It's weird how things have gone down for Fnatic here. A real unknown quantity. Why have these results come through? They were all on streams we didn't catch. So I didn't get to catch the gameplay, but this don't make any sense so far. Fnatic, the #1 seed coming to this stage of the major. Decorated players, and they've won plenty of majors. Obviously, all this lineup, but they've got the experience there. They know what they have to do to get deep in these sort of tournaments. And so far in the best of ones, they've been blown out of the water. They have not looked themselves. But the best of three, with enough time, even if one map goes horribly wrong, they should be getting this 2-0, in my opinion. Surely.
I feel like I'm really reaching here.
Yeah, trying to get over.
I mean, look, the best of three, absolutely, they need to recover at this point. If there's absolutely no excuses for Fnatic.
No.
None. You have a seeded system, a reseed every round. You were rated, of the teams in this particular portion of the event, the highest seed.
Yep.
And you have a best of three now in front of you to recover from yesterday's performance.
Against a team like Grayhound, you should be thinking, well, we've actually been gifted a 2-0 here. Like, there should be no doubt in their mind they're winning this. It shouldn't be up for a conversation that they're not going to pick this win up.
Absolutely.
But I say that with bated breath because the way this major's gone down, who the hell knows what's happening right now and what's going on with some of these Swedish teams. We just saw NIP get blown out the water by Windstrike. Fnatic have already lost to them as well. And... maybe there's a similar sort of equation going on here. Grayhound have been pretty plucky. They've got close to winning games, but can't seem to actually close them up.
Yeah, NIP always have trouble with the CIS regions, so for some reason I didn't feel that confident for them going into that last game, but I saw them as the winners of it, so they ultimately fell shy. You raise a good point, certainly, about Grayhound. Came very close yesterday against Vitality on Nuke. Had them 13-2, but Nuke was Nuke, and it showed that they didn't have the depth when they swapped it over, and then the comeback was on. Vitality forced it out and actually picked up the win, so that's a heartbreaking one. And I mentioned it earlier at the top of the show when we were actually doing the overarching view of the day. For Grayhound, as a new team to a major, to actually suffer that sort of a loss is mentally, it's taxing because you've come to a major for the first time. Yeah, and you're so close to a win, and you realize, first off, there's more eyes on you than ever before, and you fall short in that fashion. This is where the experienced teams are able to move past that quite quickly. We'll see if they are or they are not able to do so.
Well, we have got some absolute superstars on the Fnatic side of the server. We've got the youngest player in the tournament by a little bit, about half a year or so, as that's Brolan at 16 years old. We have got the maps coming through here. It's going to be Mirage, a map we've seen a lot of so far in this tournament. I'm going to check and see who's been playing what as of late. That'll be interesting to see how it breaks down. It looks like we'll be momentarily starting this game. We'll see if Fnatic can get the good start they need. We want to see them proceed because they are a team that's in the conversation. We're getting the top 8. We want to see them at the playoffs. These are decorated legendary players, of course. As we look back at their previous results, they lost to Windstrike on Train, 16-11. And they also lost to Vici. That was the opening game of the tournament. And they lost on Overpass, 16-9. Grayhound have already played Mirage. They lost to Cloud9 at 16-11. So there is information out there as to how they're approaching it right now.
I do think we start Inferno, just to note.
This is the best of 3. I've just looked at the end of the veto. You're right.
You're right.
So that's what I've done.
But, well, no, the reason I didn't correct you sooner is because they told me the side that they were going to be starting out on Mirage based on this, and I was thinking, okay, maybe I don't understand this graphic, but it is in that
there we go.
From left to right. So we start on Inferno, and if I heard correctly, it's CT start for Grayhound.
Yeah, that looks to be correct by the graphic as well. You can see that. So that's Fnatic's pick. It's a map almost every team plays. You usually see it as a number 3 map in a best of 3, but it's going to be the opener here. Overpass second, and remember Fnatic lost to Vici on that one, 16-9. So not looking their best, but I really do feel like this is one of those situations where they've had an awful start in the tournament. They can still come back and get the 3-2. I do believe it's possible, Matt. I'm not saying this is out of their reach at all. It's all about winning out these games. All the teams in this segment of the tournament, this stage, they should be beating, and it's going to be a long, arduous process now, but I feel like they can do it.
It's certainly the uphill way of doing it. And we've referenced the storybook that was, I think it was Duncan that named it this, The Miracle in Mass.
Sure.
The incredible run that Cloud9 had after being down 0-2 at the E-League Boston Major, but that was in the round of 16. This is the round of 24. This is even further down, if you will, for Fnatic. So, yeah, look, Grayhound, I want to see something from them. I'd love to see them win a map in this. It's best of 3, so they win a map. It's still not going to be the end of the world for Fnatic, but overall, it's upward and onward. It is shocking, again, that after 2 days of what is going to be pretty much a 3-week event, 2.5 week,
yep,
we are having teams depart us already.
It is a bit of an odd one, isn't it? It's a long, long event, and this is day 2, and this will be an opportunity for one of these teams to knock the other out. So you would assume it's Grayhound going home, but you just never know. They have got firepower there. They have got some plucky players. We're sure we're going to see some close rounds as well, as we'll see the players get on the server right now, see them warming up. Names to look out for. You obviously got the infamous Dick Stacey on the Grayhound side, bit of a household name, but we're looking to see what the other guys can do on the server right now, prove themselves. Certainly, the Australian scene has always been in the conversation, thanks to Renegades and Vox Seminole and what they did. And now we're seeing some other teams come through and some other players actually have a bit of a name for themselves. But Fnatic on the other side of the server, surely this is where they'll start to look themselves. We want to see those star players come out. We want to see Brolan, the boy wonder, the prodigy, sort of being built up to be the next big thing of Sweden. Hasn't really lived up to expectations so far in the tournament. Obviously, you've got the likes of Crims, JW, and Exist there, all major winners previously. Exist a long time ago, but Crims and JW, it's not that much of a distant memory to the last trophy.
It's not at all. Certainly not. And not just in the major. Keep in mind, Carmack tweeted it yesterday, there's effectively 2 defending champions at this event.
Yep.
Astralis, defending champions of the previous major, and Fnatic, defending champions of the previous Intel Extreme Masters here in Katowice last year.
Yeah, that's a great point. Obviously, that was when Flusher was in the lineup and he had that amazing performance in the grand final, best of 5. He's not there to do the heavy lifting anymore.
That game stands out like it was yesterday.
Yeah.
Considering how much Counter-Strike we casted last year, that best of 5 was long and grueling, and those 2 aces on Train, those are highlight moments for the entire year.
Well, they won't have him available. They have got Twist, who has had a rocky career, always been regarded as a high-tier sniper, but never really found his team. We're hoping this is where he can really have career peak form and show the world what he's capable of. He actually does a great job in Inferno, usually up towards quad primarily. We'll see if that gets brought down the CT side, but remember it is Grayhound who will be defending first as we get right into the action. Remember, if you are just joining us, we just got onto the broadcast. The loser of this best of 3 is going home on day 2 of this 3-week-long event. So everything on the line here. Fnatic have already not looked themselves so far. As we get into it, they're going to have 4 sets of armor. JW with 1 smoke, 2 flashbangs. No HE suggests they won't be going quickly towards Banana, but they're going to go for some early presence as Crims just holds and waits for the initial utility, if there is any. CTs with 1 smoke and a kit.
Crims already toward the top of Banana, makes contact with Dick Stacey. He's pushed him off to the corner, but he's not backed into the site. Flash out. He's going to go aggressive.
That would do.
Exist and then falls back immediately.
That's that 1 pick, and he spots the bomb as well, and a few other players. So Grayhound taking the battle to Fnatic, detecting they were at the top. Heard the footsteps, flash over from the teammate, the old alley-oop. He had a plethora of players in front of him. Just gets the most important one, though. Takes that bomb carrier down. That was Exist, the in-game leader as well. As we'll see Sterling now holding towards Arch. Doesn't have to overcommit to this one. Dexter with a decent grenade towards middle. That is a ton of damage, even more so with the headshot on the USP, and he'll fall back cleanly. Dick Stacey will actually get a bit of intel with a couple of players there. He doesn't have to commit once again. His teammate finds yet another frag. This round looks like it's done. Can they even get a plan out of this?
JW back in. Above Coffins as well, knows that Dick Stacey's gone toward New Box, gets himself inside of a smoke. I don't think he was aware that he was going to try to push through it, in fact, and get toward Ruins for the wrap back into the site, but he's found out by Sterling. Twist, desperate to get back over towards the A side of the map, runs into Malta. Watch out for the lighthouse. Running into an island is probably not ideal.
It's good advice. But there it is. Grayhound will be actually picking up the pistol in a very convincing manner there. Managing to push towards Banana, not allowing them to have full control. Detecting their presence on the other side, flash over, and pushing them back towards middle after the initial kill. And that's where Sterling goes absolutely huge there. Decent grenade from the boiler room, lands right in the middle of 2 of them, finds another headshot, pushes them back towards B, and no bomb plant comes in. So this has to be the full eco now. Just Glocks and 1 PG-50, a flashbang, And it's not a map like Train where you can just throw one flash over and hopefully get a trade like we talked about in the previous matchup. They're just going to flash Banana and hopefully get some control here and cause a couple of kills to come in their favor, but I really doubt it. The fact they have no smoke for spawn, it means the CDs can work together, and they get a dink. Will this be enough?
Stacy with the MP9 trying to fire into the smoke. 5 players to the right of the entrance on B. Just standing above. Oh, he wanted to get all the damage done. He does at least do the damage, not the kills per se, but now he'll follow that up and get 3 total with the final 2. Dick Stacy's contributing as well. It's 2-0 for Grayhound. No bomb plants for Fnatic, but they'll still be able to bring out AK-47s.
Now I'm expecting Grayhound to go for like a mid-rush or something this round, or 4 towards B at the start. They have, what, 3, 4 SMGs. They do not want to play a standard round here. They want to cause absolute carnage as we get into round number 3. They want to be taking the game somewhere aggressively. They want to go for a first pick, make things uncomfortable. It looks pretty standard right now. I am surprised at that. I thought we'd see a little bit more action in the chosen position. Sterling will throw the incendiary down. CT's not even pushing Bananas. They are going to treat this like a gun round by looks of things. I am very, very surprised at that. Grenades won't do any damage. JW's already made his way towards logs. I feel like they needed an early pick here. Otherwise, they're just going to get run over by these AKs. So maybe they've got a trick up their sleeve. They are going to segregate the banana area. So maybe a flash retake will be happening here. But JW boosted above. That's the perfect position to counter this play. Flash goes in. Turns around. No more pushing just yet. This Molotov's that. They're not going to push anymore, so potentially doesn't want to do that just yet. Save it for a more impactful situation.
Smoke down CT.
Poor smoke.
Very poor smoke. I was just going to mention that massive gap. Counter smoked as well. I almost think don't counter smoke that. If they're going to leave it poor smoke, let them run in. Take advantage of that.
Right. Especially you've got the MP9 as well. Let them get that close range and they think that position's covered. You've got a massive advantage, but either way, they negate the threats and head back towards middle. Got the first frag and the second. There he is. Brolan getting it done. It was a double stack towards the apartment, and he has no problem at all getting those kills. Sterling, the only player with a rifle now, needs to find another frag here to stand a chance. He delivers that, but it's traded out.
Crims gets on top of the site. He'll guard exists, who's putting the bomb down. Dick Stacy, he's the only one that's really close at all as he gets toward the arch. Equally as far away, Urkus comes back out from top side of middle. It's Crims to get him down immediately on the AK-47, so Fnatic looking to take the first full gun round. It was against the SMGs. They didn't go for the mid-rush, as you suggested, but they didn't have the range to really fight this. The good news is they'll have some money in the next round either way.
Something had to be presented there. Holding with UMPs and MP9s against the AKs, nothing else was going to happen but what it just did. They had to at least take a bit of a gamble, maybe get an equal trade, get an AK in a 3-on-3, something like that, just so they had a real chance and just denied the default there. Unfortunately for them, they went for a pretty clean default on the CT side, allowed Fnatic to get map control. We didn't see the Brolan frags, but it looked like there was a double stack going on there, and they had no problem dealing with it. So Fnatic will pick up their first round. I assume first of many here. I do consider them the heavy favorites as you have a look over in the Fnatic camp. There's Brolan next to existing game leader. Jumpy behind them has been the coach for well over a year now. He's been with this camp a long, long time. Twist on the end. And then more familiar faces right there at the far end of your screen. It's Crims and JW, of course. The Golden Boys of Fnatic, been in this organization a very long time. And I believe they signed their contracts now until, I think, another 2 years, it was announced.
Possibly, yeah. I haven't been keeping up to date with all of the daily tabloids. Quite clearly, this is a technical, not a tactical, given that the earmuffs are off. And the referee, as we're calling them.
Yes.
Not the admin. The referee is there to check and make sure all is well. And they'll double check with JW as well. Might have a similar complaint. It looks like sound is the issue.
Yeah, normally just a small team speak thing.
Did they... I didn't see it well enough. I think JW might have just switched his earbuds from right to left.
If he did do that, bit of a disaster going into the game with the sound around the wrong way, but we'll see.
The interesting thing is, too, I think those are the Razer ones they're using. They have that little, like, telephone microphone built in.
Yeah, on the right side.
Yeah, exactly, but rather than being in the middle, like some of the Bose ones, it's on a specific side. So if you just remember what side that's on, you should literally never have them in the wrong ear.
Yes, that's a good point, and I think they're pretty much molded to the correct ear anyway, so it'd be difficult to put it in the wrong ear, but we're not even sure that's the issue.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I just saw him kind of like shuffling them, and I thought, oh dear, is that really what happened? The amount of times we've seen that over the years.
Sure.
Time out, my sound's broken.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I'm just broken.
Yeah, it's the main issue with CSGO delayed. So, to be fair, it's only ever caused that small ones like this. They're not a huge deal. As it looks like we're ready to get back into the action, ladies and gentlemen. This is our first knockout game on this B stream here. We're going to have Orgs available. Grayhound with the MP9 still in the hands of Dexter. And remember, they potentially should have mixed things up previously. Last round went for a pretty standard default and got run over. This is the round I was expecting previously. Now they're doing it with the MP9. JW will be dropped by Dexter. Does he get anything more out of this? I'm not sure. It's absolute carnage now as he looks to retreat through towards Banana. Somehow gets a kill through his smoke and T steps. Crims trying to answer back. Going to happen, and that's a great play from Dexter, and that's what I wanted to see previously. You can see how powerful that is. If you get the incendiary down at the start, it makes the underpass position very uncomfortable. And if you smoke T steps as well, it can isolate certain terrorists as they get the advantage, get Dexter the hell out of there, and now they have a 4 versus 3. Brodan with just the UMP here, and every player on the CT side has a helmet, so he'll struggle to find a lot of frags with that particular weapon, especially on the T side.
Sterling already inside of the site with the M4A1S. I do make mention when it is the silenced M4 just because not often we see it.
True.
So flash over, that'll catch Sterling just enough to keep his head down. That allows Brolin to jump out. It's all timing. It's not even so much about fully securing the kill against Sterling at this point. It's setting up to do so, a bit like chess. It is 40 chess, that's how it's often described to people, and rightfully so. As Crims wants to work back in, Sterling's got his head down yet again, but low on HP. Exist is able to find the shot, and Urkist has to come back again from mid, rotating out of B. It's a 1-on-2. It's certainly a winnable situation, but bomb goes down. Oh, wait, this is clever. If he goes this direction and catches out Exist, that'll be in a lovely spot. The problem being that Exist is now actually backed away, so there's no guarantee that Urkist actually considers to check that balcony.
We'll see. If he gets it, there is a real chance he clutches this out, but it looks like he's done for. Exist. There he is, 3 kills in the round, the most important on the bomb side there, managing to crack open the A site after losing those initial 2 kills as well. Got very, very scary for them as the MP9 rushed down towards middle, got a kill at underpass, and 1-2 towards T steps through the smoke as well. Crims tried to reply, but they kept themselves calm, went back towards the A site and managed to win out in a 3 versus 2. So good job by them, and was very touch and go until Exist hit that shot on Dexter on the A site. 2-2 overall. Dexter with the scout now. Managed to get extra cash from the previous altercations. That MP9, you get extra money for finding kills with that weapon. It's $600 per kill instead of the standard 300. Well, he nailed this shot. He actually, did he hit JW there? No, he didn't. So it was actually JW taking nade damage at the very start as he makes his way towards the B bomb site. He opens it up quite nicely. This should be quite the round for Fnatic. Shouldn't have any issues here. JW waits the retreat. And now just looking to farm cash because he's now got the Mag 10, but that goes down.
Dexter even checks the high angle just to make sure no one's trying to see above the smoke in return, but bomb, as you say, does go down. Exist to plant it. Interesting time to reflect. Yes. Malta's directly in front of him, but Broland covers it off, takes Malta out of it. Just gets high. Let's look for that smoke position we previously mentioned. Urkist again is forced off of an angle and seemingly not going to be able to do much in the round. Fnatic already starting to retreat. Cover off Banana, make sure they have an escape pattern so as to not go down with the bomb. That said, Grayhound's doing well to just keep them around to make sure they will hurt the economy, and Urkist does get Exist. That means Broland's got to continue to watch it. Not enough time, I'm afraid, even with that kill from Sterling, but expensive nonetheless.
That was pretty much full eco, and the only weapon they purchased is the Scout. They take that to the next round when they've got a buy. Oh, Dexter's 6k. He might just want to consider getting rid of it, and indeed he will. Like, sure, you always talk about saving cash in this game, but this is a big one. You don't want to be taking risks like holding onto a Scout against these AKs. You just won't win that battle. Just to know, Matt, looking at the other stream, Vici are now 15-6 up against Cloud9.
Way. That means Cloud9 against Tyloo and Vici combined has got 9 rounds so far.
That's a good point. My goodness. Well, both of those teams are 1-1, so Vici's going to go 2-1 by the looks of things.
Considering how Cloud9 started as well, and Celsius got the ace in the first round.
His first ever round of the major. Of any major, he gets an ace.
Highs and lows, I guess. Sterling's on a high. He'll take down JW. Sterling being one of 2 Kiwis in this event. Not all Australians on the Grayhound side. Back toward Banana again, smoke down already up top. Dick Stacy ready to smoke out himself.
Well, you can see every Fnatic player currently outside the B-bomb side. They have smokes. Still a time available. The problem is now you have no positional control towards middle, second mid, even T steps. So you pretty much have to act in the next 15 seconds or so. The backstab comes in, you're in a lot of trouble. So Fnatic will have to commit off this as they wait to buy the barrels for their opportunity. They're going to have to flash over, Molotov through, and hope for the best. A good flash from Dexter. Is it enough to back up his teammates?
Stacy does swing back through the smoke. Bomb dropped. I think Stacy, that's a bit of a questionable rotation as well, because he's actually giving them position when his teammate was there alone. He couldn't do anything to trade back, and Dexter's going to drop as well to Crim. So even though they dropped the bomb, they didn't have any backup toward that position. Sterling way back towards CT spawn, waiting for the rotation of Malta. And I'm not sure how far you're going to go with this one. No kits for either of the players. They have an AWP as well, though.
Incendiaries there, so there's a slight chance they can flush a player out.
That kill confirms it. They're going to go for it, no question. Now Sterling's got to be quick. Ooh, he nearly was. But Exist is quicker, seemingly. Finds him and turns to get Malta. It's now 4-2 for Fnatic.
Well, that's a big round for them to win. The money actually broken for Grayhound. They can afford Deagle and Armor if they really want. PT50 for Dick Stacy to kick things off, though. Fnatic recovering once again in a situation that looked a little bit troublesome for them. Like I said, they had 4 players committed very early on in the round and couldn't fall back. Had to really go for that B execution. But it was all about the Molotov placement. You saw how uncomfortable the CTs were. They managed to trade out the kills and Exist again, delivering big numbers there.
16-6 confirmed.
It's happened.
It has happened.
Oh my goodness.
Cloud9 dropping to the 1 and 2. Vici has now beat Fnatic and Cloud9.
Yeah.
The 2 picks that were most commonly, or at least the 2 teams I saw most commonly in people's pick'ems is 3-0.
That's a very good point. The pick'ems are absolutely wrecked across the board. As now Urkus will do what he can here. The 5-7 doing a ton of damage. Almost had the chance of that second kill. Didn't actually land a bullet there, but it was certainly an opportunity. Speaking of which, JW will capitalize upon his. He takes him down with the AWP on the T side. And up against pistols, they shouldn't have any issue here finding their 5th round.
Top of the logs as well to spot out toward B-Connect. Bomb's way down, by the way, at T stairs. And the reason I mention it is this. The fact that Dexter just wins out that exchange in middle, they can actually start to divide the T players. They've got to go for that. Thankfully, Brolin's got Dexter down on the AK-47, so that should take the threat away. And realizing that time is now at the 50-second mark and that there was a potential possibility to lose control of where the bomb was, they'll go back and grab it now. Dick Stacy and Sterling will set the crossfire inside of the A site. And Dick Stacy's got Brolin. He's now aware of JW, who turns to fire on him. He just hides behind the wall. Sterling grabs an AWP. We've got a chance. As Exist waits above, he has to be absolutely perfect on his timing, and they know he's there, but that's not enough. Because he still gets the kill, smokes it off, and he's going to rotate back around. He has the bomb at 20 seconds. I don't know if he can make. I think he can. I think he can from here. Not if he does that. Get on with it.
Yeah, it should be fine for the plan here. And you can see Sterling not going to be rotating in time. So Exist has actually made a hell of a play here. Drop that smoke just to keep him there. You can see it goes down at 5 seconds. That's why I'm kind of questioning his decision to go over there. But he actually absolutely nails it. Couldn't be better, to be honest. And now it's up to Sterling. AWP, might as well go for it. They are going to be buying next round regardless. He's got the AWP, not the ideal weapon for this scenario. He can smoke the bomb, touch it in terms of the defuse, and see how Exist reacts. That's pretty much his only option here. The smoke will come out any second now. Here it comes. Touch the bomb, try and bait him out. And see if he can get the kill. He still has time for a 10-second defuse here. Now he might not.
No, no time at all. Exist trying to get him off it. Oh, he's still holding it. Okay, fair enough. Exist knew exactly where to shoot. Didn't have the armor, keep in mind as well, so the pistol was certainly going to melt him. I think he may have been under the 10-second mark at that point anyway, but nonetheless, it does go to Fnatic. They don't get to carry over the AWP. Again, though, they make it expensive, so Fnatic's money is still... It's within grasp for Grayhound.
Yeah, they are on the T side though, however, and they still have a full buy here. But it's the same story for Grayhound. Yes, an incredibly close round, but you're going to buy either way. Next, a win would have been fantastic there, really get them back into it and bringing it to a close scoreline. This one's getting a little bit scary for them now, but still, we get into it. Sterling with the AWP. No helmet, not a big deal against these AKs, though. It's one tap kill in the head regardless. Sterling looks confident in his ability. Takes a nade to the face, though. That might dissuade him somewhat as he looks for any players trying to push through this smoke. The Molotov, though, surely sends him packing. He knows he can't stay around there too long.
Grim sitting for a Molotov. That one goes toward the arch. That's ridiculous.
See you later.
That's stunning. Walks in, one tap, one kill. Barely saw the guy. Great crosshair placement. Dexter's got to pull it back, though. He does. He does toward top middle as well on Brolan. Smokes himself off. Consider leaving that position? Maybe he's trying to bait them to think that based on the smoke. Instead, he's going to get more aggressive. This is a bold play, and it's going to work bomb down. They can't really secure that bomb, though, so he backs off of it. Crims will get Malta in the meantime. That's a really bold play.
Yeah, and those are the kind of players they're going to have to bring to the table to surprise Fnatic and tilt them somewhat. You wouldn't really expect anyone to just challenge middle like that, especially after being isolated in the corner, but he went for it, found the bomb, but a great shot from Crims towards the apartments has brought it back to the 3 versus 3, and he's doing more damage towards the library position as well. Dick Stacy down to 42 points of health. The A side technically open at this point, and that's a low HP player in the corner. If there was an HE, he'd be definitely dead at this point. They've got 2 CTs towards Arch, and do they know Twist fell back towards middle? The bomb going down might take their attention away, but they seem to be slightly away. It could be towards middle, but it doesn't matter whatsoever. Twist opened things up with a stunning one tap, and then a nice little double spray down to actually close the round out. Urkus can't really justify going for this, especially with that smoke down now. He has the kits, but he needs to get at least a flash if he's going to push that smoke and try and go for a quick scope or something. Not really worth it at all. So it will be Grayhound giving it up, even after the heroics of Dexter there. You are right, that was a very bold move, and it did work out for him, but still not quite enough.
Not at all, but they carry an op over at least, so 5 turns to 6. They fall further behind. Salvation, oh dear.
No AWP.
No point in me talking about that storyline anymore.
They do have maximum loss bonus now. That's $3,400 per player going into the round. The CT side, though, however, that's not enough for a purchase at all. You need around 4,400 to really consider the rifle. You can see Dexter, he brings out the scout once again. You can bring out upgraded pistols and armor and basic utility. And on Inferno, believe it or not, one of the few maps where these partial buys are actually pretty dangerous because you've got a couple of smokes there. Ideally, you wanted maybe 2 more to treat like a proper gun round. I'm assuming Dexter will go for an opening pick here. Where's he heading towards? He's actually going in the apartment. So he won't be going for the T-steps pick. He's actually challenging the wallbang. That's ambitious at best, but I respect it. Never seen anyone get a kill that direction with it. Flash over again. We saw this on the pistol. Urkus trying to be set up here. Spots the head of Twist potentially. I'm not sure. Yes, that's the way to look at it. You can see the smoke just blocking his vision. He doesn't get that information.
Crims goes down. Rather, excuse me, Urkus goes down. Crims gets the kill. Brolan on the offside right now. Take Stacy. Playing the open angle against 4 players on the other side with just a pistol was never really going to go that well. He would have to be spectacular to hit the headshots. Brolan smartly backs away, knowing Sterling wanted to chase. Gets the M10, Mac 10 kill.
The M10.
M10. Malta's back behind the smoke with the 5-7 in hand. He'll be fortunate to find one in this situation as well as Twist already swings out, makes no mistake on it. So the only player they found so far was the lurk of Brolan. Dexter knew that he was over on that side of the map, but it really amounts to nothing as we go 7-2. That bonus stays the same. It was already at the maximum, as you say, so it can't get any further up on the CT side. They also don't have bombs to plant to gain anything additionally. So we'll see what they bring to the table.
Well, they can bring out double orbs now on the CT side if they're that way inclined. It's not going to be the case. It will just be Sterling sticking in the main sniper responsibility here. The Orcs come out though, Dexter, Malta and Dick Stacy picking those up. They've got the utility, they have kits. This is a full buy for sure. We talked about this yesterday, sometimes throwing away a flashbang just to make sure you have a smoke. A bit odd, he has to do it there considering he died in the previous round, but still, missed by perhaps. As they challenge B once again, they are getting a lot of success on this side of the map. Urkus has actually gone down to the flames, and that's the power of the flashbang Molotov combo. It can catch you off guard. You get flashed and you get caught on a clip at the edge of the wall, then it can all go wrong very quickly indeed. And there we go, opening pick for Fnatic at the very start of the round, and that's going to bait out so much utility from the CTs. You see Dick Stacey, no grenades whatsoever. His teammate is Dexter. He has got a smoke, but he knows he can't deploy it yet. It's too early in the round. They have to be sure it's a committed play towards the B side before he drops it in if they're going to have any chance of holding it off, as he'll hold on to his incendiary as well. Sterling needs to hit this shot. Has to happen for them, and he does it.
Great shot at that. Had it lined up for the torso, so it was a kill regardless of whether or not JW would crouch. Smart oppers do that very intentionally, so as no one can slide underneath of the crosshair. And given that he got a headshot when JW tried to do that, says that he had it absolutely perfect. Dexter back. Dick Stacey, however, finally pushing down Banana, will get one in his favor. Still, though, a 3-on-3.
But he would have given the information, and now Dick Stacey is tagged up. Remember, they've already got a kill on that side of the map, and a rotation frag there as well. So now they pin it towards B. Dick Stacey confirmed 1 bullet kill. There should be no way he can salvage this.
And they don't even need to wrap through CT, because they know Dick Stacey is tagged, like you say. He's going to lurk and make sure the rotation can't come that direction. They'll call that it's likely going to go toward Banana. Jumping across is a little bit brave.
Well, it works.
Sure, okay. Yeah, I guess results speak for themselves. Could have cost them one. I'm certain that they were trying to play it off a trade at that case, at least get the information, but good read as well, as I say, because as soon as they put the third player toward the arch, they confirm it has to be coming from Banana. Plant, go back, boom, kill. Bob's your uncle.
Absolutely. 8-2 though, Fnatic. This is the sort of scoreline and results. I'm not saying they finished yet, but this is the sort of play we're expecting coming into this one. Needed to see a lot more today, and finally starting to look like their old selves as they get into round number 11 here. 5-7s and Deagles, and a bit of utility here. Another partial buy. The maximum loss bonus only gets you so far on the CT side. No real bonuses available in terms of getting a bomb plant down, for example, like you can on the T side for extra cash. So you just have to buy the bullets and hope you can get some work done with the 5-7s and smokes. Like I said, treat it like a gun round and see what's possible. Try and hold them off as long as you can.
Smoke bounce to the right, flash as well. Crims confidently can now start to work out from the door. Counter smoke from the left means that he can't focus that direction either, so he's pretty much got to sit and be patient in this situation. He'll let Broland go hunting up toward the hallway. Three players that were at the Banana position start to bring the bomb back in their direction. So our first best of 3 in the Swiss format. This is for elimination. Keep that in mind as Fnatic has a healthy lead so far on the T side of Inferno. Dexter top mid. Could swing and catch out Twist. Never mind. Broland's already got that covered off.
Malta can still do this, though. They're being a little bit, I was going to say brave, but maybe silly there, running around, not being aware of the fact there could be another player on the site. Luckily, the kill comes through, but still, there is potential to throw this one away. They're both very low indeed. They need to make sure they plan incredibly defensively. That's exactly what Xist is doing. And now, with the crossfire set up and the fact Urkus has the orb, they should be okay. If he had a rifle, it actually could be in trouble, but he's going to have to hit 2 magnificent shots to even get anywhere near that bomb. He spots one, I think. Twist will go down. That's excellent from him. And he actually has a chance here. Can he close this one out?
Can. Pistol certainly kill. Oh, chance was absolutely true. Just couldn't get it around that pillar, and it is going to be held on to by Fnatic. They'll find their 9th round. The problem is that every round is pretty much do or die at this point when you're already down so significantly on the CT side. So it's getting pretty desperate at this point for Grayhound.
That's the best chance they've had in a while. And that was on the partial by 5-7s. Finding a lot of kills. AK picked up. Comes down to the 2 versus 1, but Fnatic just about making it work with Xist clutching it out by the skin of his teeth. One of those 5-7 bullets in the chest probably ends it for him, but now Crims with a good spawn, heads towards B. Gonna take a lot of damage from those grenades. That really isn't ideal. And Sterling has been hitting most of the shots he's been given the opportunity to. JW, not with the ace sniper this time. Like we said, giving it over to Crims, so they'll swap back. And will he challenge his position again? He has been bested a few times now. Spots the foot of Sterling, and luckily he pushes him back before he received a shot in return.
JW. Still waiting out top mid. Molotov off of the angle, though. Does kind of reveal that there's someone up close underneath the atrium, and he's already hunting for Sterling. This is a very aggressive setup considering that they're all on the quad side, but yet no one could do really anything with it from Fnatic because they couldn't swing out from the apartments. The damage is too significant, and Dexter's gotten in toward the stairwell at Boiler, which means that if JW were to step out, he'd go down pretty much immediately based on this setup. But back over to B instead. All 4 players from Fnatic here. Rotation not yet in effect, but still 2 players on this side of the map. They were confident in their hold on A, and they've got the crossfire set up.
Dick Stacy still has the smoke, and Dexter with the backstab. This is what we were talking about before. You cannot fall back any longer because you have no idea of who's behind you. They've been smoked out 30 seconds. Dexter, he doesn't necessarily have to commit to this. Fnatic will be watching the back exactly like that. The fact you know there are B as well, and they're waiting for a smoke to go down, you might want to wait for the full commitment, but still, this is recoverable. Dick Stacy in a good position.
I think that's where you start to see the experience between these 2 teams, right? Fnatic knows exactly that.
Yep.
These guys are going to try and check behind us. They want to pincer us in, and he thinks, well, I'm super fortunate to be here. Let's just force the issue. You can't really do that. Let them play into it. Dick Stacy, that's what he wants to do. Backing off, and Orange is 1, but they don't quite go far enough around the corner, and Exist, when he does, makes no mistake with the AWP. AWK?
AWK. We've got the M10.
AKP, M10. I'm just making up weapons. That's what a lot of games do. As JW does tag through the doorway, that allows immediately Exist to take out Malta. Sterling got the trade on it, so it's still a one-on-one. He's got a kit as well, so there's time enough if he can find it, but JW smartly rotated back in toward the fountain, and Sterling goes down at 10 rounds now for Fnatic.
Yeah, that was a really nice flank from Dexter. I can't stress enough how well he did into the final hurdle. He had them locked in, and like we said, Fnatic can no longer fall back, and if he just holds that underpass position, waits for them to fully commit, he gets a fast flank on the backstab when things are really getting chaotic, he probably wins the round. But like you said, Fnatic very aware, and the reasons I built up, they know that there's potential flank coming behind them. They're already smoked out. They're going to have to watch the back regardless. They're not going in for another 10 seconds. And if they communicate correctly, Grayhound will say, we've smoked them out now. Be aware they're looking behind, as that pick could have been a lot different, as they'll go to another eco at this point. The Eagles, 5-7s again. They've managed to find kills with these weapons. Brave to even stand in this position. If you're not aware, those walls are paper thin, and actually on a default, you'll see terrorists commonly spam that area just to push anyone back in those sort of spots. If they did get spammed at this stage, they would melt. Malta's, or Urkus, I should say, actually got a kill here by looks of things, but doesn't capitalize on it. You normally have a player what we call an anti-flash position in this choke point, where here we sit in the barrels, is looking into the wall, while his teammates are waiting for the push. If a flash comes over, he's ready to trade off his teammate here, as Brolan is the first aggressive player. Crims will get the second.
They will. Brolan, though, still at the stairwell. He's going to get aggressive. Spot Sterling's head, and AK-47 is sufficient to take it off. His Twist sprays into the smoke. Not aware that Dick Stacy's so close. The Dick keeps pushing. Twist gets taken down, excuse me, but JW gets the shot immediately after, because pistol at that range, AWP was waiting. I don't know what you're laughing at, Henry.
I don't know. I'm just very immature. I know you weren't.
I still don't get what you're laughing at.
No, I know. I'll explain after this.
Okay.
Urkus, with a hope and a dream and a bullet to the head, as he'll be going down very quickly there. It looks like Fnatic on their map pick. Just bear in mind, it's the best of 3 now. The first of this B stream. They'll be up 11-2 on the T side of Inferno. It's looking like this is a categorical win for them. I don't see a world where Grayhound pull this back. Even at 11-4, they would have their work cut out for them. That's if they get both these last rounds. They do have cash, though. They'll keep grinding it out, see what they can do. Orpa Sterling has hit some decent shots, but not enough to really guarantee rounds. Just to keep them in contention of them, really. Molts up. Nades down towards T-step. That could be very effective. Or not. Those are a bit better towards Banana. Exist and Twist. Taking minimal damage, though. Smoke deployed. And Twist looks like he wants to go through this with a flash.
Yeah, back turned, waiting for his teammates to get in position. I think he thought about it and then heard something behind in the form of flames to decide, probably shouldn't step on fire here, boys.
Well, this is good, though, from Grayhound. They know they've expended most of their utility at this point, so they need to play a little bit more up close and personal. So, okay, nice spot. Better position to actually get the kill there. Do they have enough to fall back? That's the question.
Is still out toward the sandbags, knows that Exist is inside of the smoke. You can see the bullet, sees him jump through, but can't react in time. Dick Stacy wants to recover it. Won't do it, backs off, knows he needs to be efficient inside of the site at this point. They've got the advantage. There's no need to overcommit, and he is alone on B. If he goes down there, wide open.
Same story again. We'll see what happens here. He's got the AUG and that coffin position, but notice the distinct lack of utility. He has nothing at all to hold them off, no defensive items. He has to display from the coffins, go for headshots. He'll go for 1 kill, probably go to ruins and hope they try and hunt him out and buy as much time as he can. There's a smoke of coffins there. Smoke and CT spawn as well. Dick Stacy, he will be playing on top of the coffins if he wants vision at this point. We'll see him jump up. Is he going to do it? He's just going for the blind shots. That actually removes him from the equation now. He really had to jump up there if he wanted to get a kill early. Now he has to sit in the ruins and wait for his teammates to rotate in, which is fine. They have an advantage. There's no point in him dying for the sake of it, but he'll have to wait.
Stacy trying desperately to find it through the smoke, gets away, pulls the knife to make the jump quicker so he's not caught out, having revealed his position. Exist, look back to it, Crim's up close. If Exist even spots a shoulder from Dick Stacy, watch the fact that Crims will jump all over it. Crims does exactly that. Exist still toward Newbox. Broland's going to be dropped by Malta. Crim's still holding the same position, but not with Exist to support this time because he's looking elsewhere. It doesn't even matter when they walk out. He still has it held. 12-2. Fnatic's looking very clinical at this point.
Yeah. To be fair, it's not like Grayhound doing anything disastrously wrong. It's just Fnatic hitting their shots and actually making very wise and calculated calls. Nothing too flashy, nothing too crazy. Just making sure they make the correct decisions and they trade off each other. Had a little bit of luck with some missed shots from Grayhound overall, but we get into round number 15 with Dexter on the MP9. There's a FAMAS for Sterling, that's the lower end of the table, and then the AUG and M4s there. But you can see Dick Stacy, no grenades once again. They've got 1 smoke at the B area, and that's an absolute nuke that's been dropped in towards the bedroom. Dexter just gets absolutely blown out of the water by those 2 grenades, and it will be Broland now waiting for that reaction. He knows Malta's been quite aggressive in that spot, and his patience pays off. He'll be getting the 2nd frag of the round, but Sterling's still there, and Dexter needs to make a play here. Will Dick Stacy actually flash through the smoke? It might be too late if he does, but Crims is there on the other side.
They're touching. Dick Stacy needs to identify the fact that he's not moving forward. There has to be a reason, and he does. With the silencer as well, those bullets, those tracers, Crim's going to fire it back in. He has an idea as to where he is, but he waits for the vision to be restored first, and he does get the kill.
They go towards B now. No chance of winning this, I'm afraid. So far removed, no kip, 1 flash, just going to be padding stats, really.
Yeah, at this point in time, half's over. Concluded 13-2 for Fnatic. Exist getting the kill. He's looked fairly sharp in terms of kill power so far.
Well, it seems that we're back on track for Fnatic at least, Matt.
This is exactly what they needed. The top seed, again, we mentioned it time and time again. 0-2 yesterday, looked so out of it, and now today, more what we expect. Chance to recover. We're going to take a short break for half. We'll be back in just a second.
Intel Extreme Masters is brought to you in part by Intel, Vodafone, Acer Predator, Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel, HyperX, Bedway, and Pay Safeguard.
A number of halves that have been significantly lopsided so far today on this stream, certainly on this stream at least. Fnatic 13-2, we had a 12-3 half in the last game. Before that, we had a 14-1 half.
That's true, actually. It's been very one-sided today. This is Fnatic's pick. It's overpass next, and I'm talking about that because it feels like there's not really much of a chance of Grayhound here. Remember, they're on the T side now. They actually started on the CT side, but it's a nice opening pick from Malta as they send 3 players towards the B side of the map. JW surely taken down as well. That's Dexter waiting for the flank, so they've got a shout in this round now. 5 versus 3. A lot of work still to be done as they look likely to rotate over towards that A side. And Crims will be the final boss. That's not a bad shot, is it? You can't really argue with that. Brolan, 1 bullet from the USB. That's the most satisfying type of kill you can get in ZS in the pistol round. Tap his head off and didn't even reload. Happy to have 11 bullets in the magazine now.
Brolan underneath the atrium, still waiting to see if they'll walk out. Doesn't have anyone with him. It's not like he has a crossfire. He's pretty much locked himself into that corner. There we go. They'll find him as well. Urkist, great shot. Exist still has a kit to play with, but they're pretty desperate, all things considered in this round. It's 2-2. Group back up. Thought they might try and dissect either side of the map. Spot the defense. They'll stay split in terms of CT until the smokes land. Now Exist tries to run it over. Crims finds one already. No shots, damage in return. He's got the headshot potential. Tags up yet another onto Dick Stacy. They're hunting him down desperately, but he's doing damage. He's doing significant damage at that. He's still alive. Backs away, and that's going to allow Exist back into it. Dick Stacy was previously tagged, but Exist, he couldn't quite get there in time. Smoke will dissipate. He'll have the vision toward Urkist, but he has 100 HP. He's got toward the pit, and that may, never mind, calm things. This all comes to Crims. He's given Exist a massive chance to get back inside the site. And as I previously mentioned, he has a kit. But he's got to go against Dick Stacy to try and figure this out. Knows he's gone out toward quad. Quick tap, looks to the apartments, tries to get the shot off. And he's going to have to hold it at some point in time. And Dick Stacy, he's not repeaking it. He might have gotten away with it just there if Exist was aware, but he's done enough. He's pulled him off. And Exist follows the Dick when he should have followed his heart. Because he won't get the defuse, and the kill comes through.
Dick Stacy getting it done. And to be fair, Exist had, what, 3 opportunities to land that 1 bullet there. Didn't happen for him. Not the end of the world. They still have a massive lead here. But after he hits that glorious shot towards the pit, you feel like it's a lock-in. Like, Dick Stacy had to go towards the apartments, bait it out twice, and somehow no bullets hit him. And as I normally say, Inferno second round in today's game, you will see a lot of teams force buy in the second round on the CT side because the CZ and utility combo is actually incredibly powerful on this particular map. It's all about holding them off for as long as you can and engaging close-range duels. You want to be holding crossfires, tucking yourself into positions like the pillar or quad, first oranges, and making things uncomfortable. Try and run that clock down to about the 40-second mark until they commit, and hopefully you can do some damage. That's a little bit with the first HE. Are they going to go for the flash push here?
This does step back out. Gets only 1 for it. Sterling's going to run him down with the Mac-10, obviously. Picking up the round, they've got the weapon advantage. HP actually favors Fnatic, mind you, with the kill, and then Sterling on 54. So Twist will rotate all the way back through Ruins and get inside of the site. Still 2 over there, and it's 2-2 split defensively. Without wanting to walk into any unexpected stacks or crossfires, Grayhound slow the pace.
JW doesn't look like he'll check this. Or will he? Well, that answers that question. Doesn't get the headshot, but he suddenly finds the frag. Courtesy of a bit of damage there from Exist. And actually have the lead now. Dick Stacy hoping there'll be another push here, and he'll be right to think that. Gets the kill. Will that be the cue to head in towards the B side? It looks like it. JW actually rotated off. He's got no HP here. Just had to spam the deagle as they cross. Not even going to try that. Going to see if he can deny the plant, I think. There it goes. He's not going to actually push the smoke. Doesn't really trust in the fact he's such low HP. His teammates make their way in towards Ruins. And we also have One player in the form of Crims coming up Banana. If he gets Malta, there is a chance, but it's a very difficult kill to get considering Dick Stacey's down the corner baiting him in.
Malta swinging out wide does find Crims immediately with the UMP. And they'll recover this. It looked awkward at the start of it considering 2 kills. 2 Fnatic in the pistols, but they'll back away. They'll save what they have. Head armor for JW and Brolin. That's the most significant aspect of it. Deagle's lovely to carry into the next round, but really, it's not the biggest of issues. So 4 now for Grayhound, achieving already in this half what they achieved in the last.
That's absolutely true. Remember, this is the best of 3, so it's unlikely they win this one, but if they can just get now warmed up on the server on this day, this is Fnatic's pick. They were likely to pick it up, but it's Overpass next, and that's where Grayhound can pull this all the way back to Mirage in the 3rd. But for now, up against the pretty much full eco here. Having a few upgraded pistols and 3 HE grenades. I assume those go down towards T-steps. Do they push with them? They actually don't, but they do significant damage towards Dick Stacey at least. Not enough to take him down, but he's at 44 points of health. Goodness, grenade on the T side as well, but JW avoids it. Always had good movement. Detects the threat and falls back towards the safety of the spawn area. We've got a 3-man stack in the pits. JW handy with the deagle, but without much else, he will struggle here. Did save the armor from the previous round.
AK's at plenty. They'll work them toward B. Urkus is already there as well. Dexter's already actually doing the opposite. He'll head over toward A. Let's try and figure out exactly where Fnatic's playing, and it is a stack on this side of the map. To an extent, 4's not super uncommon, but it is certainly toward the pit when you've got 3 players there and both kills going their way. This is an awkward situation already. Could be made worse if JW had found that headshot onto Sterling. Instead, it goes back toward the AKs and the B site. Open for now. Smoke already down towards CT as well means that the Bro... Oh, that's a horrible smoke though, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the problem when you just throw it on the fly. Unless you line it up, there always is a chance that gap can happen, but it looks like they're doing a good job at least. The self-boost from Malta to look towards CT spawn above the smoke works out, and Brolan, considering his options here, didn't want to commit to the denial of the plant, and down he'll go surely. That's going to be Sterling to pick him up, looking for another as the damages exist as well. Could finish him off with the Glock here. Looks like they've managed to weather the storm as they'll find Twist as well. Got very scary there as he went towards quad and lost 2 kills. Managed to get a quick one on JW though, and at that point it seemed like it was all under control. Money is okay for Fnatic as they go into the first proper gun round here. Remember, they force ball in the 2nd, you full eco on the 3rd, and yet you have a pretty decent buy here. So you can still play the game in the old school manner if that's the way you want to approach it. Orgs are out. Are there any kits? I don't think so, but they have got pretty decent utility here on the CT side. JW 8 and 14, yet to see the best from him in this tournament. Haven't really had any of those absurd plays from him as of yet. And he'll challenge right down there bravely amid injuries and even better kill from Twist.
Yeah, certainly so. He cleanly gets back inside of the site as well. To the bomb. Assistant Twist still with the crossfire set up. No utility down. They're just happy to hold that off directly. Malta, meanwhile, back over the other side. That's such an invitation. Here's the shot at immediately at top mid, but he's well aware of the fact that there's people on the right side as well, so he can't overcommit toward that single killer. He would have been stabbed in the back. Metaphorically, likely would have been a shot from an AK rather than the knife, but you get the point. Maybe you don't. I sometimes question the intelligence of our audience, Henry. Yeah, all of you.
Want to elaborate or?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Just 1 or 2 people every now and then, you know?
5 versus 4 for now. Time ticking away. Smoke's available still for Grayhound as they start to head towards Banana. This will just be a pretty standard execution, I'd imagine. Malta going to throw a Molotov towards the quarter side, if it looks at things, just to, on the outside, just to kind of show some presence, take some vision away, if there was any. But it looks like they'll just be smoking coffins, spawn, and hopefully Malta can backstab them. JW seems to feel like it's going to be an A-side attack. We'll see what happens here. He would be right in thinking there's presence behind him. Will he detect Malta? Certainly does. And look at all the kills come through. Very, very well done by Fnatic there. The JW gets the information that mid was not being covered. There could be threat towards CT spawn, a potential pincer. Turns around, nails the shot, and in the booster position, Twist, it just looks incredibly comfortable. Just to know, we haven't really seen a Twist AWP as of yet, Map. He was known to be a main AWPer for a long time. He definitely can rifle as well, but they don't seem to be relying on it. It's very early days on their CT half. Maybe it'll brought it out later if required, but I feel like they're comfortable as is right now. Round 20. A buy for Grayhound available. You can see a couple of compromises. Dexter has to go to just the CZ. Urkust and Dick Stacy with barely any utility. And the latter actually tagged right at the beginning of the round there to 61. As they go through their default here. Incredibly difficult round ahead of them.
JW looking down mid. Ooh, we thought he would get away with one on that. Timing of fake, knew there was a player there. Very slow reaction from Crims. Almost looked like a delayed input. And he gets overrun by Dexter. Broland recovers for 2, but that's erased by Urkust, who now has control on the A site as Dick Stacy will bring the bomb. Exist. Trying to spot through it, but a smoke still in place.
They're so far removed from this. And smoked out as well. Might not be worth it. Twist will have to get his skates on. They're going to have a chance here. Exist hoping he's gifted a kill there towards the headshot box. Right in the middle of the site, but they'd be foolish to challenge him now. Try and run that bomb timer down as low as they can.
Just absolutely destroys Twist, and now Exist looking to try and get away. Tagged up, his movement mechanics were a little bit limited, but he will get out. So a 6th round now for Grayhound. But Fnatic's still really close to wrapping this up. Very close indeed. All carried over. Sufficient money, not incredible money on the CT side.
Yeah, they won't force this. I don't think, at least. When you're 14-6 up, you just want to wait till the gun round comes through and just find that clean round. Here's the scoreboard for you. Exist, 22 kills. He's had plenty of clutches and opening kills. Nice to see the in-game leader up there at the very top. JW, like I said, not really seeing his best at this tournament so far, but if they can get through this 0-2 situation and start developing into the tournament, I'm sure that's absolutely fine. Couple grenades. Not really having much impact this time. Dick stays a little bit more passive at the T-steps.
Twist is going to push down with the pistol. JW's gotten aggressive with his at Boiler. Just stares in the corner, waiting for flashes to be thrown by him, hoping that they'll do 2 things. One, he won't be blinded by it. They'll go past him, but in doing so, they'll actually reveal their intent to take Banana as Dexter takes out JW. It's Dick Stacy still waiting down. Bottom of mid. From one phallic object to another. A dick and a banana, just together like that.
In true harmony. Exist still has that rifle. Not out of the woods just yet, but it looks like they'll be absolutely fine. Grayhound, that is. 5 versus 2, making their way towards the A site. There'll be no resistance from any CT players here as they're both towards B, trying to hold on to that rifle for the next round, and I'm sure we'll see an AWP going forward now. Twist, usually main AWP or an Inferno. They do mix it up map to map. We'll see if he picks it up. JW, still more than capable to use the weapon. But I'm assuming it'll be Twist in this particular outing. Urkust holding Graveyard, just confirming pit is clear. Bomb to go off. And like I said, every round they can get and start to feel a little bit more confident, and they haven't been completely run over here. If they can get the double digits especially, that'd be great. Just to let them think, well, this is their map pick. Overpasses ours. Let's take it. Warmed up now. Shook off the nerves. Crims might as well stay alive. Nothing to save, but no real reason giving them a frag for nothing. And he'll fall back. And here we go. Does the AWP come out for Twist? There it is. He purchases it. He normally plays towards quad, but AWPers on this map can go anywhere they like, really. They normally become the in-game leader at the start of the round. He's like, wherever he feels like he wants to go get a pick, that's what he'll do. That's sort of Orpha is what you want, has that killer instinct and wants to roam around the map, finding opening kills, then falling back to the other side and hopefully be waiting for their reaction as they go to the other part of the map. We'll see.
Twist already peeking with the AWP down toward Banana, but already has flames in front. Lots of utility deployed early on, in fact, because Molotov's inside of Boiler Room. Throws one of his own back toward Quad. That does force the CTs back slightly on the A side. But with 7 seconds on that, no one really pushing out from top mid. They won't be able to take advantage. Okay, we can see it. I say that. I saw on the minimap that they were both kind of peeking together. Watch right now because JW, he's just gone out toward a smoke and he's going to reveal his position. He nearly got caught off from that. The flash, and subsequently smokes again toward mid, but this is, considering we haven't had much vision of one another and it's all been shot through smokes, there's been a lot of utility used to try and get map control, and Grayhound welcomes the challenge. They're going to try and work out from middle. Malta and Dexter perfectly distinguish exactly which side of the crossfire to take, and Dick Stacy takes down JW. He'll cross over the arch as well and cover Library. That's pretty much done. Exist and Twist are just going to stay at B at this point in time.
Really nice mid control there from Grayhound. Basic, but it's effective. Smoking towards Arch, like good Molotov in second middle. It hit the corner of Quad as well. Really means you can focus on that mid control. They come up together. You can see they're all there. They time it to perfection. Everyone's challenging at the same time with a flash going off, and they hit their shots. That's the most important aspect of that whole play. As Twist now, he can comfortably challenge Spawn. He knows he has a huge advantage here. Dick Stacy's already low, so you might as well work out what's going on. Good flashbang. They might actually get Twist now due to that fact alone. They'll continue to push towards, and they need to get that AWP out of his hands if possible, and they've done it. It's been removed. Exists. 22 kills. And unlikely he survives this. We'll see if it's possible. They're surrounding his position now. They'll take down Dick Stacy, no problem. But will he stay alive here to keep the organ to the next round? Sterling says absolutely not, and the money's broken again for Fnatic. They'll have to take another partial buy here as the loss bonus starts to rack up.
14-8. Loss bonus, as you say, is racking up, but so are the rounds now for Grayhound. It was a 13-2 half. Those of you who weren't with us at that point in time.
Indeed, and this is the first map of our best of 3, a 0-2 game. The loser of this series goes home on day 2 of this 3-week-long event. It's a grenade again from Fnatic. They have a couple of deagles here and one more grenade. I don't think Grayhound are in any danger of giving this round up, but there have been some absolutely unbelievable rounds taking place at this major so far. Damage inflicted, and Crims could find a headshot here. Does a little bit more in terms of chip damage towards Dexter. So a few players softened up, but no kills found just yet.
Heavy presence on B. Stacy wants to be the one to enter first. He won't go in dry though because they've already got smokes down towards CT. Nades as well back toward Coffins. Twist above them though, back angle. Looks for it and he'll find it. He won't be going in at all this Valentine's Day, it seems. This is already shut down, but Dexter and Urkist, the shots back. Twist forced out from behind. New Box will walk out to the AK. It's all Brolin and Crims. Looks like a 9th round for Grayhound. They are getting close. We talked about double digits. Fnatic's performances yesterday. Let's just hold our breaths for a moment, perhaps, to see if they can get to 16.
Ooh, you're absolutely right there. Some of the comebacks this tournament have been remarkable. And celebrating 16 at the top, it's not a done deal, but 13-2 at the beginning of this half suggested it was absolutely over. If Fnatic give this one up and they go somehow 0-1 down on their map pick, that could be it. But still, a long way to go before we even start that conversation. This is only the 9th round on the board for Grayhound. T-Serve Inferno. Prolan. A little bit of damage there, just trying to bring one of them back to go down the blast potentially, but I think he'll go down himself. Actually, I thought he was going to survive. Didn't quite make it. Grabbed an AK, but unfortunately will not be able to take it to this round. 49. Money there again. JW has the AWP at this point. You can see that, like we said, Swedish CS is a bit weird in that respect. They've got a double AWP set up. was about to say like they moved the AWP responsibility around, but 2 AWPs is very, very viable in Inferno, especially when you're just trying to change things up and get early picks and shut down the defaults, becoming a little bit troublesome for them. Getting much deeper into this game than I thought. No kits again on the Fnatic side.
KW still waiting as well. This time top mid, he'll relinquish the position knowing that there's a good chance they're already inside a boiler and therefore could walk out the door beside him, but Crims over toward B. Often we tout him as such an efficient player on that side of the map, just to note. Crims used to be... If Frybird was the king of banana, then Crims was the king of the site.
Olaf and Crims of banana was pretty wild for around 6 or 7 months. It was unbelievable at times, that duo they had. But for now, double AWPs. Crims without vision, but presumably that will dissipate shortly. They'll still hold the more defensive line. They'll start making their way back towards B. Ideally, Molotov in the corner. Wallbang is definitely a potential there, but that's a nice clean frag, and the bomb's been spotted, and the second is delivered. That's why he's considered a top-tier sniper from Sweden. That was really, really well done.
Incredibly so, yeah, absolutely. And he's got JW already working around behind. The Ops do all the work. 15 rounds for Fnatic. 4 kills from the Ops in about 15 seconds or less, and it's got them on map point for map 1. This is a best of 3. We have arrived at that point already in the challenger stage. Second map is Overpass.
Really enjoyed that little play from Twist there. And it's not like Grayhound did anything wrong. They're trying to trade out the kill. He just hit an incredibly fast shot. That shouldn't have been possible on the second. Been waiting for one of his flashy plays, and he certainly delivered that. One more round will do it. A lot of pressure release for Fnatic now. They've got 15 on the board. Even if this goes overtime, they'll stay on the CT side. But I don't think we'll get that far. Grayhound looking to create a set piece here, but looks at things. There's the spam towards the apartments to push back any offensive players in that spot. It confirms they can properly challenge, no problem. And they're going to go for a contact player, maybe just one flash out and try and go for it. And that's Malta setting up the flash there. They're literally going to do one flash and just burst out apartments. There's the flash and the kills.
Well done. Brolin gets sweet. Had to switch weapons to avoid the reload. He had enough bullets left over in reserve, though, that he might have gotten away with the 3rd kill. Instead, it costs him. Still, though, they have the advantage. So Malta and Sterling have to go together. Malta's going to work back out as well from the pit. Gets through the broken wall, quickly in toward the graveyard position, and then thinks, maybe I should plant the bomb. So Sterling will go back over to pit instead. Oh, goodness me. I don't even think he realized that was a boost. If he did, he would have continued spraying because he took down the bottom man, which means the top fell directly into where he was already firing. Twist again, though. Incredible. And it's the double op that has to go for the retake. It's going to work. Twist able to peek fast enough, and that's it. Fnatic going to win it. The double op setup is what pushes them over the line, and they'll take map 1 in the best of 3.
Well, there was no doubt Fnatic were going to win that map after the first half. 13-2 is quite the statement. Remember, that was on their T side as well. They swapped it to the more favorable side, and sure, it's a rough start, but they close it out. They get the double AWPs out and looked convincing towards the end. But that's their map pick, and all we said that Grayhound had to do in that point map was just make it a competitive game. At least get into the series and start hitting some shots and start feeling more comfortable. As they didn't look at it in the first half. I think they accomplished that. It feels like, sure, that map was a bit disastrous to kick things off, but towards the end, they were on at least a similar level to Fnatic and hopefully can wake up even further with that second map.
Hopefully so. It is going to be Overpass. That is the choice of Grayhound, so that at least plays into their favor. We're going to take a break. Again, best of 3.